Well, we're honored to have Cindy Evans, the head of Kansas State Extension, with us this morning, and I'd ask you to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, Cindy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the May 16th, 2019 meeting of the Shawnee County Board of Commissioners. My name is Bob Archer. I currently serve as chair of the commission and represent District 3 alongside Commissioner Bill Rippon, who represents District 1, and Commissioner Kevin Cook, who represents District 2. Kevin is detained and he will join us shortly. So good morning, welcome everyone. First item of business, please.
Item 1, proclamations, presentations. Number 1, presentation on extension programs and impacts. Cindy Evans.
Good morning, Commissioners. We're pleased to be with you this morning to share some information about the programs that Shawnee County Extension is currently involved in, as well as the impacts. I have left for each of you the detailed impact and public value sheet that we currently update. And if you take a look at the depth of that, you'll know why I was encouraged to have my staff create a short video to help highlight those instead of going into the kind of depth that's here. But I will tell you that this document is something that we first created about 3 years ago because we annually elect people who serve as representatives to advise all the agents on the programs that they are going to do. And they said, a lot of times they come on board and they have an expertise, maybe in agriculture or in family consumer sciences, but they don't know about the breadth of all the programs that we do. And so this helps to get them updated on what we're doing and the public value that we think that our programs have for the entire county, whether or not they're actually accessing our programs at this time or not. I would like to start by introducing my staff because we have just a short video, and then if you've got questions for any of us, we would be glad to take those. So I'll start here. If you'll stand, Lisa Martin is a registered dietitian, and she supervises the Expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program. Candace Mearpool is our 4-H and Youth Development Agent. Leroy Russell is Agriculture and Natural Resources. Ariel Whiteley-Knoll is our Horticulture Agent. And Susan Fangman is our Family and Consumer Sciences Agent. Okay, let us share with you.
Shawnee County Extension is part of the National Cooperative Extension Service, which was founded on the belief that when people learn, they behave differently. Research from land-grant universities, including Kansas State University, provides new knowledge to improve lives and livelihoods. Our work addresses 5 grand challenges of global food systems: health, developing tomorrow's leaders, community vitality, and water. Water is a precious resource. Water quality is greatly affected by both farming techniques and homeowners as they apply chemicals for weed and pest control. Water conservation can be taught to all. Programs train Kansans of all ages to be better citizens and leaders. We are your partner in helping build Shawnee County to be the place to live, work, and play. Extension programs teach skills for grant writing, board leadership, and volunteer development, and also help farmers and small businesses increase profitability. America's farm families awaken to meet the challenge of feeding and clothing the world. The average U.S. farmer feeds 155 people, growing twice as much food as their parents did, but using less land, energy, and water. Extension programs address today's health issues by promoting healthy lifestyles and educating families on nutritious food choices and food safety practices. Shawnee County Extension provides trusted, practical information to help individuals, businesses, and communities solve problems, develop skills, and build a better future.
That is it. Good morning, Commissioners. Do you have any questions for any of my staff?
Questions for Cindy or her staff? Commissioner?
I don't think so, not right now.
Commissioner?
I'd like to thank your staff and all that you do for Shawnee County. And, thank you very much.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. I keep reading where satellite and drone technology is making great headway in helping agriculture. Do you have thoughts on that? Do you have somebody that's monitoring that? I see Leroy getting up, so.
Yeah, I know at K-State, you want to talk about the research that they're doing with wheat and stuff with the drone technology?
Yeah, we've done a lot with the drones, and K-State has. They do have classes where they're teaching a lot of the farmers what to do with them. We have anywhere where they can monitor crops, look at them, and figure out where there's insect disease problems. We even have some that will do livestock. They can see if one has a high temperature, low temperature, and tell what kind of problems you might have with your cow herd. So they're doing quite a bit with them and trying to expand quite a bit on use of them, and it saves them a lot of time. Been able to use a drone instead of going and driving to the center of a field to figure out what's going on there.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leroy.
You will.
Any other questions? Thank you for coming this morning and bringing your staff. I really appreciate the update. So, before we get to the next item, I need to mention that we are going to pull item C4. It really needs some more in-depth research before we move forward with that. So that should be noted for the record. Next item, please.
Okay, item 2 under proclamations presentations. Presentation by Ambulance Compliance Officer regarding National EMS Week. Nelson Castile.
Morning, Commissioners. Nelson Caston, Ambulance Compliance Officer. It's an honor to stand up here today in this session, and I've brought along some folks that I would like you to hear about. The governor of Kansas, a couple weeks ago, signed a proclamation. The mayor of Topeka on Tuesday night signed a proclamation for the EMS week, and it's while it's a national week, we would like to recognize these folks here locally. It's not only the folks you see here behind me, but it is all of the first responders, our emergency medical technicians, our paramedics, our emergency medical dispatchers, our 911 dispatchers, our firefighters, police officers, sheriff's deputies, educators, administrators, our pre-hospital nurses, our emergency physicians, and trained members of the public that make up what we have here in Shawnee County, which is a very robust and evolving emergency medical services system. I've invited John Antrim, who is the AMR operations manager here for Topeka, and I've invited Deputy Chief of Emergency Medical Services for Topeka Fire Department, Richard Siegel, who is here, and they brought some guests, and they also brought their most important employee with them.
Good morning, Commissioners. John Antrim, Operations Manager, I guess now Regional Director for AMR Kansas and Western Missouri. I'm going to allow Stryker to walk around the room and meet you guys. Stryker is our newest addition. He is an 11-month-old golden doodle, and his primary purpose is emotional support and therapy for our employees. As you know, suicide and PTSD runs very high in the first responder realm. And this is one of the initiatives that AMR has in place to help our employees. I'd like to thank you for allowing us to be here and recognizing EMS Week. He's down the hall. Hope none of you have any exposed food.
Must have been in my office.
Seeing none.
He brings happiness everywhere we go, so he's been a great addition. But to thank you guys for recognizing the EMS Week, it truly is a week where we get to recognize these guys. They're truly the meat and the potatoes, the ones that are making a difference every single day, out there working on the streets, responding to the calls for service and seeing all the tragedy and even every once in a while the good outcomes that they see in their profession. So again, like Nelson said, we've been a great community partner. We appreciate everybody. We have probably some of the best first responders that we partner with on a daily basis through the city of Topeka and Shawnee County, and just want to take an opportunity to thank them for their service as well.
Questions or comments for John?
Just want to thank you for everything you do. I know there's a tremendous amount of training that goes into being first responders and ongoing training, and a lot of knowledge is needed just to handle these different situations, and thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I just want to give a thank you to the County Commission, Nelson, for inviting us over here with this. I think the key thing that we demonstrate, this takes partnership to do this, and I'm pleased to announce our partnership with AMR and working together in great detail, trying to make this system better, and I think you'll hear some exciting things coming over the next year or two of just how we're trying to do that. And I want to just echo what John said. It's the people on the street, the people on the trucks, the ambulances, and all the people that were mentioned there that truly make a difference there. Having just this 1 week, it kind of is probably not enough. We need to tell them thank you every day. So taking that week out and for you guys taking your time here today to recognize that is much appreciated. I was sitting there thinking Dalmatians don't make good therapy dogs, so I'm glad. So the fire service is dismissed there, but I think it's proof of the dedication to try to take care. The dog seems like a simple thing, but it's actually a very big thing, and so I want to continue to support John and AMR in those efforts as well. So thank you again.
Very good. Thank you for being here, Chief. Anyone else? All right. Any concluding remarks, Nelson? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your report. Next item, please.
Item 3, consent agenda.
6 items on the consent agenda. Questions, comments?
I move for approval as presented.
I'll second.
Motion made to approve the consent agenda by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business A, County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Under Building and Maintenance, J.F. McGivern Incorporated, $39,855 is for painting a Blaisdell pool. Under Detention Facilities, majority of $21,715.46 is for medical-related expenses. Total vouchers as of May 15, 2019, $446,513.79, and I move that we approve the vouchers.
Second.
Motion made to approve the vouchers by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion made to approve correction orders by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Item B, Health Department, number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-188-2019 Memorandum of Understanding with Topeka Community Foundation and Heartland Healthy Neighborhoods to fund half of the community health planner position in an amount of up to $160,845.85 over 3 years, with the remainder of the funding through tax allocation, and it is included in the 2019 budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Linda Oaks from the Health Department. So you might recall in December, we brought to your request to advertise and fill a community health planner position. So, and announced at that time, this would be a Shawnee County Health Department employee, and the funding would be half from the Shawnee County Health Department budget and half from a grant through the Topeka Community Foundation to Heartland Healthy Neighborhoods. So 3 parties involved, complicated, I know, but I really do believe this is the best way to do a collaborative approach to this. So our share from the county will be around $35,000 annually. The starting salary is $68,652, including benefits. The agreement is for 3 years, and our share will increase with annual raises and scale increases. The grant also includes funding for trainings, meeting supplies, and funds to pay the Kansas Health Institute for the chip development. That work is already going on, and it should be done this summer. So, and Heartland Healthy Neighborhoods also received a Kansas Health Foundation capacity grant to help with other fundings for trainings, memberships, and the chip. I just want to thank a few people while I go through this. First, Ashley Biegert from the County Counselor's Office. She crafted this agreement, and she had to start from nothing. I kind of did this backwards, I think. I asked for the position first and said, oh, now we have to have an agreement. So she did a great job of putting that agreement together, and I really appreciate her hard work on it. And then also today joining us in the meeting is Marcia Pope. She's the CEO of the Topeka Community Foundation, so they're the ones who are funding half this position. Craig Barnes is here. He's the chair of Heartland Healthy Neighborhoods this year. And then Virginia Barnes was going to join us. She's the past chair of HHN, and she's going to be the grant coordinator. So I do have good news. We have made a contingent offer to a candidate for this position. As soon as all the pre-employment requirements are completed, her tentative start date is May 28th. And I can tell you, we already have a calendar with stuff for her to do. So she's going to be very busy right from the start. I am so excited about this project. This is pioneering work in a community, to see a county and a private entity come together to fund a position just to help community health outcomes. You know, I have a lot of other jobs to do. I do everything from personnel issues to parking lot stuff. Craig has a lot of other things he has to do as far as our media relations. If we have an outbreak, we're all going to be very busy with that. So this person is just going to do community health outcomes. So I'm very excited that we're taking this step. I think it's a big step for Shawnee County, and so I congratulate you all for being pioneers in community health. So, Marcia, do you want to say anything?
Good morning, Marcia Pope from the Topeka Community Foundation. I would just say when we learned from the health agency 3 years ago about the social determinants of health, we were compelled to do our work differently. We've rearranged our grant making, we've restructured the way that we operate so that we are no longer making grants in a transactional manner, but in a transformational manner. And it's a great opportunity for us to partner with all of you to really transform health in our community by hiring this person. So thank you very much.
And Craig, do you want to add anything to that?
The only thing that I'd like to add and echo on to Linda's point earlier, one of the greatest things about having the community health planner is the integration with our community health coalition. And so as the chair for Heartland Healthy Neighborhoods, it's going to be integral in our ability to convene a multitude of key stakeholders to drive the work moving forward on our community health improvement plan. So we had our first one in 2015. We're in the process of updating it, and then having the community health planner come in this process will make sure that we are creating interventions and strategies that are measurable, that we can evaluate and really have the greatest impact on. And so we're really excited to get the health planner on board and soon so that we can really start driving this work and making an impact on those county health rankings that we get to bring you every year and you're really excited about. So, so excited to start seeing those numbers change a little bit for the better. So thank you so much.
Wait a minute.
All right. I thought I was going to get away easy
Yeah,
today.
no,
Yeah.
When you said the magic word measurables, and you know how much we like to see metrics and results. So tell me some of the measurables and the results we're likely to see from this position.
Yeah, so definitely. So one of the things that this position is going to really be key is going to be leading a steering committee for the future needs assessments and the community health improvement plans. And so what we're going to be doing into that is with the data that we receive through the needs assessment, we're going to be looking at those measurements and taking a deeper dive into those to look and see what the impact that there are evidence-based and scientific-based interventions that we do here in our community and what the impact is going to be on those measures. So whether that be the infant mortality rate, or we gave you a presentation, Dr. Bazzino came in and talked about years of potential life loss, how that breaks down into different tracks. What we're going to be looking at is developing within the community health improvement plan are those strategies that we hope will make some positive changes in turning the needle towards whether it be for infant mortality or years of potential life loss. You know, one of the big things that are right now is food security, and we look at the food deserts that we have in our community. So can we impact by decreasing the number of households in our community that are listed as food insecure, and especially for our children. One of the things that we've noticed is, you know, when we look at years potential life loss, is the impact that that children dying too soon is that's having a large impact. So can we focus some of these interventions to reverse that trend? Because data says right now that this future generation, the children now, will be the first generation that will not outlive their parents. And so our goal here, and with this position and its assistance, is going to help to try to reverse that trend here in Shawnee County to make sure that everyone has the chance to live the healthiest and best life they possibly can. So we are right now in the process of developing exactly what those measurements will be, and that will be published when we publish the community health improvement plan. So, but we will definitely be evaluating our success on a yearly basis now, for sure.
Okay. Because we're making a 3-year commitment, and I would anticipate in 6 months to a year, you would be back saying, this is the success that we've seen in the program so far, and this is what we anticipate the coming year and the year after that.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
We will definitely be presenting on the deliverables that will be coming out. One thing I think it's always important to do is, data takes a little bit of time to catch up a little bit. When we get these reports, we're looking at data that is some 2, 3, if not more in the past. And so some of the interventions that we will be implementing out of this project that our community health planner will be impacting, we might not see the direct correlation in the data for 2, maybe 3 years. But as we get the deliverables and the outcomes that we achieve, we will be reporting on to those back to you immediately.
Very good, thank you, Craig.
All right, thank you.
Any questions, Kevin, Bill?
This political health planner, will they be stationed out of your office, or?
Yes, they will be housed at the health department.
Okay.
Yes, and under my
Community
supervision.
health planner, not political health planner.
Is that what I said?
That's your job.
Freudian slip.
No comment. Any other questions or comments? Or a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made to approve the contract by Commissioner Cook, and that was seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0, and we're expecting big results.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Item B2, consider approval of request to close the Health Department clinical services during normal operating hours on June 26, 2019, to conduct training on the new electronic health record.
Good morning, Commissioner. Linda Oaks from the Health Department again. So this is the final stage in our new electronic health record. The folks from the company, CDP, will be here on site that whole week. It starts June 24th, so the 24th and the 25th we'll be having other people working in different spots to take over. I'm one of them, so that folks can be in training. And then the 26th, we need to close the 10th Street Clinic so that we can have that day dedicated to training. So that would be immunizations, the STD clinic, the TB clinic. There will still be a nurse on call for communicable diseases. So we're just asking for permission to close that day, and then on the 27th, we will open with our new electronic health record, and we're all going to be smiling.
All right. I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion made to approve the request by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor? say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Linda. Next item, please.
Item C, Parks and Recreation, number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-189-2019 with Angelica Morris and contract C-190-2019 with David Heinston Jr. For instruction of preschool programs and services, including but not limited to the Summer Fun Preschool Program at Shawnee North Community Center and Children's Party House in Gage Park, with funding through the Park Service Division operating budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Susan Fowler-Hensler, Parks and Recreation. The two contracts before you today are the common contract that we use when doing instructor services. These preschool programs are highly desirable by the public. They meet our cost recovery policy and are scholarship eligible. Both of the instructors were interviewed, have great backgrounds in education curriculum, and I'd be happy to answer any questions for you.
Questions for Susan on this issue?
I have none.
None.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Commissioners.
Susan. Next item, please.
Item C2, consider authorization and execution of contract C-191-2019 with Play Power LT Farmington Inc. to allow the department to order playground replacement parts in the amount of $1,062.57 with funding through the department's operating budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeremy Myers, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation. Item before you is to order some parts for Gage Park, slide and some tunnels and some other items that we have on for replacement for the playground equipment over at Gage Park. So happy to answer any questions you may have.
Questions for Jeremy?
I move that we approve.
Second.
Motion made to approve the contract by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Jeremy. Next item, please.
Item C3, consider approval of request to award bid for the Gage Park relamp project, which will provide products and installation of LED fixtures at existing structures at Gage Park, to J. Warren Company, and authorization and execution of contract C-192-2019 for same at a total cost of $32,187.50 with funding from the excess reserve funds.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Laurent, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation Department. In September of last year, 2018, with your approval, we went out for bid to replace all of the light fixtures in Gage Park with LED lights. J. Warren Company was the low bidder, most responsive bidder, and we would like to move forward with the execution of this agreement.
Questions for Tim on the lightings?
This is replacing all the, what are they, high-pressure sodiums or
I believe
metal
so.
halides?
I believe so, and I think it's 125 light fixtures altogether, and the cost for each one's $257.50. So, I will also add that we've recently replaced all of the light fixtures at our Curtis shop, and we're averaging over 50% monthly cost savings. I think we went from $459 a month, $435 a month to $259 a month on average. So pretty good cost savings.
So we're expecting it to pay for itself?
I believe
in a
so.
few years?
It's a little tricky in Gage Park because we've got a lot of things on that meter, the aquatic facilities there and everything that happens there. It's not just the lights, unfortunately. But I think it's a model for what we probably should be looking at, really across our system.
Excellent. Commissioner Cook, any questions?
I think it's a great idea, and I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Very well done. Thank you, Tim. Next item, please.
Item 4, C4 has been pulled. Item D, Sheriff's Office. Number 1, acknowledge receipt of correspondence from Sheriff Hill regarding the purchase of 9mm federal HST 124 grain duty ammunition from GT Distributors off the state contract at a cost of $6,347 with funding from the Federal Forfeiture Fund, and the purchase of a 9mm Luger 124 grain total metal jacket practice ammunition from Armscore Cartridge Inc. off the state contract at a cost of $8,400 with funding from the department's 2019 budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Captain Hubler with the Sheriff's Office. As we transition from 40 caliber handguns to 9mm, we are obviously going to have to purchase some additional ammo to attain proficiency with the 9mm, as well as retain that proficiency as the years go on. And then the duty ammo is to replace the duty ammo as we transition from 40 to 9mm. Be happy to answer any questions you may have.
I'll move to acknowledge receipt of the correspondence.
Second.
Motion made to acknowledge receipt by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye, opposed no. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Captain. Next
Thank you very
item,
much.
please.
Item E, Commission, number 1, acknowledge that Commissioner Rippon is appointing Tyler Tenbrick to the Planning Commission for a 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2021.
All right, I will. This is Tyler Timbrick. We're proposing him to be on the Shawnee County Planning Commission. It's been a while since we've had somebody from Auburn area, so we're thrilled about that. I know Tyler's been involved in a lot of things in the Auburn area, but he also works here in Topeka. He's a senior labor economist for the state, and I'll let him tell a little bit about it.
Just real quick, I just wanted to thank the commission. Some of the most rewarding work that I do is for the local government, and I also work on the fire department there in Auburn, the volunteer fire department. So I appreciate the nomination. So thank you.
Tyler's wife is a teacher. He has 4 kids, is that correct? 4 kids, so I want to ask you what you do in your spare time. So, well, anyway.
Well, it's going to be attending planning commission meetings, actually.
I move that we approve Tyler for this position.
Second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0. And thank you for serving. It's good to see young professional leadership taking important roles in our community. So thank you so much. Next item, please.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
This is an opportunity for department heads or any member of the public with no time constraints to come up and address the commission.
Commissioners, Cindy Evans. I just wanted to take a chance to introduce a member of the Shawnee County Extension Executive Board that's with us today. Amy Miller is here, if you'd like to stand. Amy is currently serving as our secretary, and she slipped in earlier, and I failed to get her introduced, so thank you.
Good. Thank you, Cindy.
Tim Laurent, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation Department. I just wanted to take a minute to recognize one of our staff. Yesterday, Olivia Mayer graduated from the Leadership Greater Topeka program. I believe there were 175 applications for that program. They selected 35 people. Olivia was one of those. I know they spent weeks, I think 8 day-long sessions and a retreat. There was a lot that went into it, and we're just very proud of Olivia's achievement and wanted to recognize her here today for that.
Thank you. We surely did, and we're proud of Olivia, and now I'm going to have to mark off the one thing I had for administrative communications.
I apologize.
Anyone else for administrative communications this morning? Congratulations, Olivia.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tom Flanagan, Public Works. Just want to make a quick announcement. We've completed the bridge over a tributary to Shunganunga Creek, and we'll be reopening Southwest 37th Street between Auburn and Indian Hills Place this afternoon. We completed that project 7 days ahead of schedule through some of the worst winter weather and spring rains that I can imagine. So we did a good job on that one.
Excellent, Tom. Excellent. Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Linda Oaks from the Health Department. This week, our latest issue of the Epi Surveillance newsletter was sent out. It is available on our website if you're interested. It's all about measles this time, how to recognize measles for providers. We continue to get emails from physicians in our community thanking us for this information. This newsletter is an excellent source for them. So just to remind everyone, we don't have any measles here yet in Shawnee County or Kansas. I'm hoping it stays that way. If you are traveling this summer, there's several countries, including some countries in Europe, that have some pretty bad outbreaks. Please ask your doctor if you need to be immunized against measles. It's 97 or 8% effective against the disease. If you are exposed and you have not been vaccinated or you can't prove you're immune, you could be quarantined for 21 days in your home by our health officer. It might sound good to stay home that long, but it really is a long time. So I encourage you to get that vaccination, get your children vaccinated. It is a serious disease, and we really don't want to see it around Shawnee County. We are preparing in case we would have a case or cases. We have met with law enforcement to talk about quarantine and isolation with our health officer. Emergency management is assisting us with this, and we are putting in place an incident command system structure in case we need it. So that is all for today. Please check out our newsletter.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Morning, Commissioners. Major J. Semeka, Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. This weekend, we are going to collaborate with KDOT in an initiative to do some saturation patrols in the county. The focus is on DUIs, and it is funded through grant monies that KDOT provides. So Friday evening in through the morning hours of Saturday, and then again Saturday evening through the morning hours of Sunday. We'll be out there with extra patrols. Last week, we participated in an activity with KHP and TPD. The focus was central Topeka area, and there were over 400 citizen contacts made, nearly 200 traffic stops. And on Thursday alone, the Sheriff's Office made 4 felony arrests for warrants, 1 felony drug arrest, 3 misdemeanor arrests, and over 10 citations were written. So it was a very collaborative, or very good collaborative effort between the 3 agencies to help fight crime in Shawnee County. So,
Thank you, Tim. So now all politicians have been warned.
that you 3 are safe, I believe. But yes.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Anyone else for administrative communications?
Good morning, Commissioners. Dusty Nichols, Emergency Management. Just going to advise the law enforcement entities to take your rain gear because it's going to start, supposed to start Friday night, rain through the weekend. Now we have a lot of activities going on through the weekend. Ground is saturated. A lot of the water reservoirs, waterways are full. So if you live in a flood-prone area, please start planning now in case the worst were to happen. Please. So.
Thank you so much, Dusty. That's really good advice. Anyone else this morning? Commissioner Cook.
I want to thank Eric with WWW for his broadcast of the theft of the plaques from the Veterans Memorial at Garfield Park. If you are in possession of the plaque, bring it back. I don't know that anything more needs to be said than that. It's for veterans, it's to honor the fallen, and it's a much-needed plaque reminder of the services to our country. We did attend the Small Business Awards Luncheon, so congratulations to Hazel Hill Chocolate, and they're all that they do, and for Topeka and for our local community. And we also had the groundbreaking for the Red Bud Park in Noto, also on Tuesday. It will be good to see a little less concrete, a little more trees, and park green space in our town. So, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Rippon.
Well, May is Bike Month, and last Monday I had the opportunity to lead a group around Gage Park on the perimeter trail, and we had a good turnout, and it was just a fun evening, and I think it encourages people to get off the couch, get off their sofa, and get out and work out a little bit. And but it was a good event, and that's it.
Thank you for covering for us on that, Commissioner. Of course. Definitely appreciate it. I don't have anything to add. Next item, please.
Item 6, executive session.
There is a need for an executive session, and I will make a motion to go into executive session for a period of 30 minutes to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel, specifically for department head evaluations and department head compensation. And no action is expected at this time, and that's a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0. We're in executive session. Thank you for coming.
Tyler, thanks.
Did you win? Did you win?
Yes, I did.
Oh, do we?
This is, this one is, okay, well, actually, you're signing, because this is for the bank. So we have that one, and this one, and then Commissioner Archer signed there, so I'll make sure that someone, all the others, make sure on that one.
Last page.
Okay.
This is, make sure you sign
Bottom line.
there, and then here, right above your name.
Nope.
You didn't move that over a little bit, but it's, so, get that one. And then, yeah, then the bottom one.
Bottom line.
Yeah, this is for the bank, so we can get all these names. So you have that line. This one. That's it. You're on there too. I think we can go ahead. If you want us to go back in.
We are back in regular session. No action is required. We're officially adjourned.